Where do you even begin with a video like this? How you doing, budget-conscious gear lovers the world over? If you're new to the channel, I'm Aaron, this is Gideonstactical, and I've been chewing on this idea for a little while now of sharing with you EDC-focused gear that comes into the budget realm that actually works, that's enjoyable to use, that is easily recommended, that I trust on the regular and have oftentimes for years, depending on the piece of equipment, and that I could easily recommend to friends and family, and you guys just being an extension of my friends and family, proving that you don't have to spend an arm and a leg to get good gear, and especially with the holiday season and gift giving, coming upon us, that you don't have to rack up some giant credit card bill to really bless those loved ones in your life. So we're gonna have a ton of fun. I have so much gear and equipment, not just right here, but I have a huge, tub. I got stuff off camera. We're going to work through as much as we can and just kind of have fun. I'm going to turn up the tunes a little bit, and I hope that as you guys just maybe are answering emails or just hanging out, it's Saturday morning, you're cooking breakfast, doing whatever you're doing, that this will be fun and entertaining, but also point you in the right direction and possibly point you away from kind of stuff that I don't really recommend and would suggest. When it comes to EDC gear around the $30 price point. Some stuff is more, some stuff is less, but I think really that's kind of like our ballpark arena, of what we're looking at. So let's go ahead and dive right in. I'm going to hit a few things really fast with us that I get lots of questions about, starting with this Spartan Blades pen cap adapter. Yeah, this comes from Spartan Blades. I picked it up randomly, bought a few of them. It's just a Sharpie. The cap fits inside this polymer loop right here, allowing for a non-lethal, whatever you want to call that, defensive tool if you need to. Has a clip, has that ring, nice little bit of jimping, and I actually, it works. It does what it's supposed to do. Took out a pineapple in the process of testing it, and if you want to, you could get one of those G10 tipped Sharpies, rotate that. Yikes, force multiplier. Do that all at your own risk and know what you're doing with all that. But that's really cool, and I get questions about that all the time. Up here, you guys ask me, dude, is that like some sort of knife? No, it's a diamond sharpener from Sharpel. This has paracord wrapped handle. It gives you a lot of leverage, and if you need to do kind of like bigger, bulkier tools, you get coarse, you get fine diamonds, and then the scabbard acts as a strop. So that's kind of cool right there. And that I use quite a bit, especially on my larger tools. And then these I get questions about all the time, dude, what the heck is that? This is a micro blade from Demco Knives. This right here is the Armiger 2. I believe he designed this for his daughter because it comes in under 2 inches. That she could carry it, on campus and stuff when she was in college or something like that. Like $20. I actually use the bottle cap opener version in my camera kit for all of my shoes that I put onto my cameras. This acts as a really good flathead screwdriver, and then obviously you got a can opener and again another force multiplier if you need that. So those are some kind of fun, cool tools. I got to get those out of the way. Let's see here. Okay, this is hilarious. When I did a short recently, you guys the internet was exploding. My comment section was exploding about this right here. This is a rock tool. I think I paid $20 for this thing. Think of the arm of a wave, right? So you get a pocket clip, you get a lockback design, you can open the blade one-handed, liner lock, like what you would see, very similar. I mean, it's like a clone basically of a wave. Now the patents are all gone, so anyone can do what they want with that. But you get a locking, blade with a full handle right there, and then on the flip, you get a giant pair of scissors, and these tools work, man. I mean, it's like 7CR, I think is what they use, if I remember correctly. But you get a 1/4 inch flat or Phillips driver right there. I mean, that thing is sick. And you can, add in your own. The only thing I don't like is that instead of using magnets, they use a little detent ball. You can drop a magnet in there maybe and kind of tweak that. I think some people have done that. And then, you get a flathead, a mini flathead, and can opener, bottle opener, all that stuff for around the $20 price point. This thing is super cool, especially if you don't like Swiss Army knives. Not that I hate them, but they're just not usually the tools I use. If I do, this is really the one that I connect with the most, and it is the Tinker Man, it used to go up. It used to be like 25 bucks. I think they're pushing 30 now. The main reason I don't really like them is I hate this corkscrew 3D Phillips driver in the center. I wish they would put those off to one side. And then you get an awl back there, and then you are going to get, you know, a slip jointed main blade. So those people who have locking, you know, restrictions, and you get a couple other of the main tools, you know, that we know from Swiss Army. No scissors or anything. On this. So it's probably one of the best options if you want a few tools from Swiss Army, but you basically kind of want to carry like a pocket knife. It's pretty slim. And I mean, it's almost the cost of the tool. I think they're like 20, 25 bucks, but you can get this bolt-on pocket clip right there. And you can, you know, carry it that way. So that is a great option right there if you wanted to check that out. And guys, throughout the video, I got to know comments. I have gained knowledge about so many of these pieces of gear through you guys through the years. So I really appreciate that. And so recommend your own stuff. If you're like, dude, that was cool, but this is even better. I love learning, just like probably many of you guys do as well. And that's kind of why I'm obviously doing this, is just sharing my experience of stuff that actually works and that I enjoy using. And I'll have links in the description box below over to my Amazon store through the affiliate links that I have there, and other places like the Spartan Blades and stuff where you can pick these up, so you don't have to wonder while we're going through this video, like, oh, where is that? It's just check the description box at any point in time, and I'll have chapters as well. I'll try and split it up a little bit and put some highlights in there that you can check in the timestamps as well. But yeah, those will all be in the description. Okay, this toolkit over here is super cool. Now, I use this a lot for maintenance. This is a Weehaw, I think they call it a Go box. Yeah, this is called a Go box. And what you get is this metal box. You get tons of different bits, including flats, Allens, Torx, and then you get a mini wrench. This is a ratchet. Yep. And then an extender bit. This is awesome for really tight spaces, small stuff, working on tools, maintenance of that regard, you know, just tightening down something. Sometimes I'll just grab this and just do a little, you know, oh, this bolt came loose on the, you know, underneath the hood of the vehicle, you know, the Highlander or something. And like, I'll just tighten that down. I don't have to go get in the big giant toolbox. I can just, bam, bust that thing out. I want to say those are closer to 40, but that is a great kit. It's heavy, so it'll have to go in like an EDC kit, or like on a tool bench, you know, something like that. Say when. I always get questions about these patches. You can find these patches, and I'll have those linked as well. But yeah, Val Kilmer, we miss you. And I carry a sidearm on the regular, you know, but sometimes life ending is what you need. And so this right here is a Saber pepper spray. What I really like about it was like $10. It has a reflective thing right here. This is great for maybe loved ones or yourself. You know, you go jogging, you go running. This stays on your hand. It's got an adjustable Velcro strap right there. So I carry it on my weak side, and then all I have to do is rotate and push. And this, I use this when I walk Tommy the trail dog. He's doing well, 13 and a half years old, and he's still... There are days where he, you know, he sleeps longer and stuff, but man, there are days where he just like is all fired up and living life to the fullest. So yeah, I'd use this on walks, you know, so if a stray dog, something like that, much better, or at least an attempt to start with that, versus going straight to the sidearm. So that's something that would definitely be, I would recommend to people on the regular. And then, okay, you know, a lot of this stuff is overseas manufactured and still very good quality, but not all. This guy right here, the Buck 112 Ranger, what is this, Select. You can get these in a couple different color combos, $31 last I checked. 31 bucks, maybe $31.99. 428C, still made in the USA. Ugly as mess pocket clip, ugly as mess, but it is ambidextrous and tip down, or tip up, excuse me, tip up with the lock back, thumb studs, so easy to deploy. And I think for under 40, you can get the full size, the 110 size. So this is like the 3-inch, maybe 2.75. Still fills out my hands. But that is a USA-made pocket knife, you know, that you don't have to break the bank on, and is pretty impressive for sure. Now, another, like, this is for those who maybe sit in the office a lot, and you're like, man, you know, I'm a little nervous about taking an edge tool into work. You know, they have all these really strict rules, blah, 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 blah. This may help you just kind of fly under the radar just enough. So this is a Gerber mini arm bar, and what you get, okay, I guess I'll start with the cool one, the coolest part. Now you make sure you know which model you're getting. One is a, air quotes, bladeless. This is at an angle, and it's about 1/4 of an inch right there, maybe 1/2 an inch right there. Great box cutter, opens packages, zips through stuff, even like a 2-liter bottle. I just zipped right through it with that. and I get full grip. You know, it doesn't lock, so it's a slip joint, you know, all that stuff. You can get that with a blade, like that is just a full blade, but that is enough, I think, right there, that you could open packages, do stuff, and I mean, no one's gonna call that a knife. Come on. Is it TSA approved? I don't know. Do it at your own risk, but it's 20 bucks, so I mean, it's like, if it totally gets, you know, confiscated, then oh well. Great pair of scissors, excellent rebound, cut well, mini 3D Phillips and flathead, as well as a metal set of tweezers in the body and a bottle cap opener pry tool. I mean, it's cool, man. Weighs like 1.3 ounces and is less than 3 inches long. It weighs nothing. It would fit perfectly on a key ring. So little pocket tool there as an option that you guys might want to check out. Let's talk timepieces here. Now, you guys know I love my VAER watches, and that's basically, you know, when I'm wanting like analog, that's what I'm going for. But I love my Casios, dude. I love my Casios, and honestly, I have like 3 G-Shocks. If I wear one of my Casios, I rarely wear the G-Shocks. I gotta wear one of these Illuminators. The Illuminators bring such value. My boys are rocking those right now as they're starting to learn how to, you know, tell time and carry those and use them. This particular model is a little, maybe 42. It's a little on the high end, right around the same cost as like a budget G-Shock actually. But there are plenty. Well, let me see. I think I have one over here. Yeah. Right here. Like this one's 23 bucks last I checked. And I mean, it gets all the basic stuff. Light, timer, you know, alarm, and giant face, and looks like a G-Shock. And it was like 21 bucks, you know. Durable, and I've had that one for quite a while. And there are a few other models. I might have one that'll pop in here when we dig around. But yeah, I mean, there's just like so much. There's so much good stuff out there. When it comes to like timepieces, and Casios are really my jam. Okay, I know you guys are gonna be like, what the heck is that? Yeah, so we all know Nipex, or however you pronounce it, the German company. They make great wrenches, but I bought this Work Pro for 16 bucks, and I think they have a blacked out version now too. I just did my own little paracord wrap right there, so it pops and it gives me a little bit more, not that it was bad, but just grip right there. Really light, but man, that button is strong. The adjustment piece works exactly as it should. Little torque spit to adjust, do what you need. It's a water wrench, but man, this is gonna outperform any multi-tool. You know, like, okay, if you need to actually grab a bolt and actually get some bolt work done, I'm gonna tell you, I'm going with my $16 Work Pro over anything that this Leatherman Arc for 250 bucks is gonna do. Like, let's get real here. Come on, right? So anyway, these are a great like budget alternative, and they're very durable. I think they were like one piece of Ford. Don't quote me on it, like Ford steel or something. I don't know. I saw some crazy stuff about it. So those are pretty sweet and very light and compact. Great for an EDC kit. Just wanted to check my batteries there as we are cruising. Cruising for a bruising. Yeah, let's hit a couple other really cool things here. All right, look at this. Yep. And shout out to Dominic over at Max Level EDC, good friend, visited recently. He was telling me like, bro, you got to get your hands on this BPS, and he was not wrong. This is a BPS. I can't remember what they call this, Finlight or something like that. It's a 3.5-inch little Scandi woods knife. Really cool. Bolt-on handles. There's lots of customization options. 1055 steel or 65 steel. So it's a carbon. You're gonna have to, you know, keep an eye on it, but you can do like mustard staining, lots of cool like project stuff. A good leather sheath. It did not come with any attachment, but has these 3 eyelets that perfectly fit an ulti-clip, so you could totally pocket carry this if you wanted to, or attach like a Molly lock, Blade Tech lock, whatever. Definitely lined up and compatible for that. I rarely put lanyards on my fixed blades, but because of the tension and the way it rides and sits, I like having the little lanyard there. I kind of like loop and then pull when I'm pocket carrying. So that's why I have a lanyard on there. Now, the grind was great for woodsworking. I was having a little bit of effort having to cut through. Like, it's not, yeah, see, I'm running my finger on there. So it comes to an apex, but it could be sharper. I'm going to be honest, as I always am. It could have been sharper. Now, it's super easy to maintain and reprofile because it's 1066. This is a great option for those who may be looking for that. And I really dig that. It was like 25 bucks, I think. 25 bucks for that. Ukrainian made for that one. Let's see here. Let's cruise. I want to cruise here a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Work Pro. I bought this 2 for 25. 2 of these lights. They come in a box. 2 of them. You can pick green, black, a couple other colors, and I like copper. I don't know why. Bronze. But Okay. USB-C comes with 2 USB-C plugs, right? Gasket, so it's, you know, we're gonna sit there. A crowned recessed bezel in the front. It will freestand if you want with a recessed button, so you're not gonna accidentally bump it, right? It has memory, so whichever one you had it on, it will cycle through from, I believe, 300 lumens. It will do strobe as well. So you just kind of tap, see, right there. And then you just hold for about maybe, what, 3 seconds, boom, and it turns off. And then it will remember which one it was on. And it is got a removable pocket clip that's deep ride and will fit on your hat. So what was that, $12, $12.50 for one of these? Pretty mind-boggling. You have some kids, the boys don't yet know it yet, they're going to be getting this combo in their stockings. I mean, that is mind-boggling faux show. Now let's look at a couple things that I carry on my pocket, like keyring all the time. I have this little magnetic attachment that keeps my car keys and then my house keys and all the other tools separate. So when I get in the car, I just disconnect, and then there's not a bunch of weight on the ignition. Or I can, you know, go get the mail, or, you know, give the keys to the kids to run in the house, you know, whatever you got to do. So I have that. Then on this one side here, oh, dude, I think everybody's got to have a plier-based multi-tool. Plier-based multi-tool. That's me. That's my mileage. Your mileage may vary. Here you go. Check that out. Boing, boing, boing. Rebounding pliers. This is the Next Tool S Pro or S11 Pro. Love that, like, off blue. So you're gonna get a 8CR 14 MOV blade. So like probably one of the best quality blades in this size range. Slip jointed. None of these tools lock. Then you get a full size file for like same size on the other side. Then you get a good pair of scissors. Yep, those are strong. Get done the job. And then you get some really cool tools in here. Check this out. And this one was $30. I know they have an even smaller, lighter one, because this was like on the max size of keyring for me. They do have a slightly smaller version, but you get flathead bottle cap opener, 3D Phillips. That's better than a squirt, dude. That has better 3D Phillips action than a squirt. And a SIM card remover, little picker right there. Pretty sweet. And then you have a recessed lanyard key ring that you can press away, you know, and do all that. That is awesome, and $30 for that one. And they have a couple of different sizes to choose from. And then as I get older, right there, toothpicks. Just got to pick your teeth, clean them out. You know, I don't have recessed gums, what the doctor says, or the dentist says, but I just feel like I get stuff stuck in there more than I used to. It's just getting a little older there, guys. All right, this is a titanium pry tool that I bought to go to Blade Show so that I could carry it on the plane with me. No issues. Not making any promises. This was the mini version. They do have an extended version, but it's titanium. You get a flathead pry tool, can opener, bottle opener, whatever. Sorry, bottle opener, bottle lifter. And this will absolutely open, because it's pretty sharp right there on the angle. It's not like sharpened, but it's pretty sharp right there. I can open any Amazon package, no problem. Plastic, like hard plastic packaging, that could be kind of tough. But yeah, so there you go. There's some key ring aspects. When we get to utility knives, we got the Work Pro now with G10. They're coming down. You can get a multi-pack, I think, for like $15. Arguably one of the most compact and best performing replaceable utility blades. Knives. I don't understand these like $50, $60, $70 tools that have replaceable blades. Who is doing that? I mean, if it's like American made out of titanium, you're kind of doing it as just like an accent piece and you kind of like having it. Okay, fine. But like, guys, overseas produced stuff, like I don't want to be using tools to replace the blades. It has a pocket clip, button action, great to go in a fifth coin pocket or compact EDC. Very, very good tool for those type of activities. Now, as we're bouncing along here, you want to go on the opposite side. We got the DeWalt, and I like it over the Milwaukee Fastback. Preferred over the Fastback. I like the ergonomics. It is tip up, loop over, deep ride pocket clip. The button action is excellent and no tools required. And they have a couple different variants that you can choose from for those. And I think those are like $15. I would highly recommend it. If someone is a Fastback lover, give them one of those DeWalts and see what they do. Especially if they own Milwaukee, see how pissed they get. They'll probably be upset with you. All right, this was cool. So we're talking about a lot of gear, but how do we like carry that stuff? And we're going to talk about Yukon Cornelius here in just a second because he is strapped Strapped to the gills. Okay, this is a Gerber pry brid. Just one more of these examples here. I really like this one. When I did the original video when it first came out, I was like, they got to put a pocket clip. 2 years later, bam, there's a pocket clip. Weird. Again, no tools required. Man, look at, man, I think I was using this to replace our flooring down in the kids' bathroom as we're like remodeling tons of stuff in the house after living here for 12 years and not touching anything, or however long it's been, at least that. It could be more. I think we're coming up on 15. Anyway, there you go. Boom. Replace. Pry tools, bottle cap opener. Safety cutter kind of sucks. I wouldn't trust that, the safety cutter part. But for 20 bucks with G10 different color combos, it's a great little kind of mini tool that gives you a couple other, you know, aspects to get a couple other projects done. Okay, check this out. This is cool. I have a couple like bags to suggest to you. This one is a Terrain Stealth chest pack, waist pack, third pack from LA Police Gear, 30 bucks. Okay, so you guys have been asking me a bunch about this. I was carrying it as a chest pack, and I carried my CCW in there with a few other pieces of equipment and gear. This is what's so cool. Okay, it has 3 ways that you can carry it. And you got YKK zippers. I can't remember. I think it's probably polyester. But you know, you got like the chest rig system that completely disconnects, and then you can carry it as a waist pack. Okay, so for like a fanny pack, but that is not all. So that's how big it is. It's going to come with an organizer in here. You know, so many of these companies, they like nickel and dime you, like, oh, here's the fanny pack, but now you need to buy the adapter, and that's 15 bucks, and then you need this, and you need this. So this has like several organizational panels on the hook and loop back here. Then you got YKK right there, mesh pocket. Open that up. It comes also, so it comes with that organizer and a CCW, which I was using and actually works. Like, this is actually like decent quality that holds to my sidearm where it's supposed to. Then you get a fanny pack strap, so you can disconnect all of the chest straps, tuck those away, attach now your fanny pack, and carry it as a fanny pack or a waist pack or a crossbody pack. Then, if you do not want to do that, again, it's all included. No accessories required. On the back here, there's this mesh breathable. That's also nice. Several of the ones that I've reviewed from like Everly stock, nylon, like very not comfortable breathable back here. You can remove this and look what that offers. Oh, PALS webbing. So I can lash this to any PALS chest pack, you know, car back. I could just run my belt straight through here, attach it to one of my backpacks, like do whatever I want with it. It is wild, the amount of attachments, or just completely tuck everything away, and then it's just like an organizer bag, and I can just have the fanny pack hidden away, that strap. So if I need to, you know, like get going, get out of town, I'm ready to rock and roll. Just throw that over my waist, and I got my little EDC kit all built out here. Downside, no keyring tether. That's the only downside. I really wish they had done that. But you get a stuff pocket here, get this guy right here, a couple little attachment points, and then you get hook and loop with a strapped Yukon Cornelius. Yukon Cornelius strapped to the gills. That was a limited edition from LA Police Gear. Shout out to them, regular sponsor here. I got that through them. They are awesome. I'll be doing a full review on that, but a lot of you guys were asking about that. Here's a do and don't. Everyone recommends on these lists the mini Civivi Praxis. I hate this knife. I freaking hate this knife because it has so much going for it, but the handle is just a little too short for me. And because they give you this like massive choil, I'm forced. So for me with large size hands, 3 1/4 knuck span, I got to use a choil for me to actually enjoy using the tool. And I just don't like doing that. Everything else about it is great. No issues other than that. So I haven't even reviewed that because I freaking hate it. Eventually I have to, and I probably will, or maybe even will tag it. So the full size Praxis is the way to go. It's 42 bucks, so it's a little bit more. These are 30, but just because something is a good value does not mean it's a good tool. So unless you have Lilliputian micro hands or something, or you just love choils to death, don't buy that freaking knife. Buy the full size. Why wouldn't you buy the full size at $42? This thing is a monster. G10 handles, full grip now. I do have a dedicated choil too, but because it flows, I won't get snagged when I'm doing pull cuts if I engage with like cordage and stuff. Full flat grind, liner lock, flipper, whoops, and ambi. for 42 bucks, and I think it's 9CR 18 MOV. Yeah, there you go, in like edge and wear resistance. I think it's like 57 to 59 is like what the HRC on this is. But there you go. There you go. Don't get the mini, get the full size. Be a man or gal. Just saw this for 20 bucks. Verdict. I don't know if it's still available over on Midway USA. This is a great little tool. The steel is all right. Like, all right, you know, at 4116 SS, it's okay. But you get full grip. It's polymer. It's light. This is a great like backpacking hiking knife. The wear resistance is okay, and as long as you have a sharpener, it's fine. A couple different blade shapes, but very light, good, strong lockback, easy to deploy. Great blade, and especially if you can score them, I'd say for like 30 bucks or less, they are great, just kind of budget-friendly tools. And then I have here this tipped. If you don't like the idea of what we were talking about earlier with the LA Police Gear one, the tripped, excuse me, a couple different colors, and it accordion's open, has leather accents with a handle, back stuff pocket right there, and it accordions up with lots of organization, and has a few of my favorites that I need to bust out. I've talked about this on several videos, but a Night Eyes headlamp strap. So you put your, where did that flashlight go? Yeah, let's do it. You tuck this little bad boy right in there, and now we are locked in, and you just wrap it around your head, Velcro. And now it actually will fit 2 different diameters, but now you have a headlamp. And you, even if you have like a beanie on, you know, and you want that, that is awesome. It's like $5 last I checked. So there's that. This little ratchet set here is from Klein, another, you know, it ratchets and uses 1/4-inch bit attachments. Comes with this little, you know, couple different screwdrivers, but also a little adapter piece there. And then I got these millimeter and standard socket set. Guys, basically any little like emergency stuff underneath the hood, I will absolutely knock out under the Tundra with this one. And no, I do not have the new ones. I have the 5.7, just past 100K on that sucker. Hoping for 200 more. We'll see. Time will tell. Okay, man, so much to get to, so little time. I've got to bring it up. Power pint. Power pint. Now this is bigger than the next tool that we talked about by just a hair, and the best part about it is that it has a pocket clip. I hope more companies do pocket clips. Certain aspects are great about this tool. You know, like it's got the 1/4-inch driver, the pliers are good, and then a couple of the other tools, but like the scissors kind of suck. You know, and is it the Phillips? No, the Phillips is okay. Yeah, the scissors suck for sure. There's probably like 2 tools in there that you don't really need. It kind of takes up a little extra space, but for 35 bucks or so, this is still a total banger. Leave a comment if you own one of those. Because they are excellent, man, and really get a lot done. Let's look at some kind of fun out of the box. Oh, shout out for all. Okay, I got a couple pocket clips here. Hold on, and a full-size multi-tool that is bonkers. Okay, so of course any Ozark folder now we've seen what they do. D2, Sandvik, they have lots of options. Just don't get the cheapo Chinese steel ones. They have a few that I think are 5 or 7 CR. Don't waste your money. Why? Get the D2 or the Sandvik versions. I guarantee you they will perform better. But, I mean, a knockoff bug out, and if you just need a beater for 10, 15 bucks, last I checked. Now, if you want to upgrade, go with the Schrade. This is AUS 8, definitely better quality. You can tell the difference. 30 bucks or less, last I checked. G10 handles, ambi pocket clip right there, crossbar lock, AUS 8. And I really like the aggression in the design with that harpoon kind of style. Hollow grind, super slicey, about 3 inches. The divergent. I will diverge into that one. Slip joint. This is the Atlas from Boker Plus. Sandvik 12C27. Full flat grind, nail nick, slip joint with a pocket clip that is removable. The screws are not recessed. That's the only downer. Like it's really hard to get it actually onto your pocket unless you're wearing like thin slacks or hiking pants. But because it's so slim, kind of out of the way, it's a great, and it gives you actually like full grip if you're just looking for a pocket knife and you want something that's just fun, slim, or you are in a place where locking blades are not legal, then this is a great option for sure. With those Atlas, I really like that, and I'm glad they just kind of like changing things up with a little bit different steel. Now, any multi-clips are great. That's what we got here. Now this is an Architect AK 3.5. This is not 30 bucks is 200. But USA made, lifetime warranty, no questions asked, and you build it out yourself. Now I'm using one of the new AP clips, another short that you guys just like were gobbling up. But you can either screw it down, and so it's a pass-through up to 3.7 or 1.75 belt, but I like to keep it like this, and it deletes all the sharp edges of a normal ulti clip. So that's a good one, probably about 15 bucks. If I got that in a stocking, I'd be stoked. All right, little fixed blade, little guy. The Odin Wolf Mini W series. Now this is a saber. You can get Scandi as well. Scandi with a 90 degree, but this is a harpoon with a flat grind, saber grind, whatever we want to call it. Very thin, under an eighth of an inch thick, just a hair. It's like 1.9 inches. 1.9 inches. Sorry, Mr. GT calling me. D2 steel, and it is tough. 60 HRC, 90 degree spine right there. And this, I know, okay, it's a knockoff Elbrus, I know, or Eldris, whatever. This is better by a mile. Ergos are better, feels more comfortable. It's full tang down to here. The sheath mainly is so much better, nice and slim. Comes with a pocket clip. Now the holes are not like for your standard ulti clip. You'd have to keep using these screws, but you could definitely get a mini ulti clip on there. Great for pocket carry, or if you want to try out, EDC fixed blading, or just like mini bushcrafting. Great for kids, stuff like that. Thumb ramp, excellent. Neck knife, you could wear it as a neck knife, or just throw, in a compact EDC kit if you actually wanted a fixed blade versus a folder. So highly recommend this guy. 25 bucks last I checked. Oh, okay. We're gonna end with these multi-tools. I just keep finding stuff. I'm like, oh, we gotta talk about this. Okay, let's see here. This is B-Berry. B-Berry, there's so many, like now that the patents have expired, air quotes, clones of like waves and surges. These are $25, and it's a wave. I mean, that's basically what it is. Using 8CR, I think, comes with a pocket clip and a sheath. Shocker, Leatherman, how about you get back to doing that? Lock back, you get 3D removable bit that is a 1/4 inch driver, so you can use driver bits, and they come with a few right there. And then you're gonna get, all your standard like scissors and your, different tools right there, everything you would normally know, and then all of your exterior implements as well. Now I love my full, you're never going to convince me that I'm not going to like stop buying a Leatherman anytime soon for like my dedicated tool, but to throw in an EDC kit, to put in a fishing kit, to, have your children start using and, doing all that stuff, or a friend, that you're like, maybe they'll get into it. And then in a year, next holiday season, I'm going to hook them up with the real deal, but this is like great, man. I throw them in like the fishing kit, the glove box, and very, very good tools for what they are. Very good tools. And then we're going to end on this one that is one of the viral ones from last year. Is this Roxxon, which is so cool. It comes with a little bit kit right there with a sheath, pocket clip as well. Now this is a plier-less multi-tool, so you could carry it like this. It's pretty thick, but with a thumb, boom, D2 steel right there. Liner lock, so you can close it up. Okay, here's what's cool. You kick this out, like that, and there are all of your drivers. That's where the extra bits go. You got all cane opener, all that type of stuff. And then you get a saw with a liner lock. It's okay. The liner lock is fine. The saw's okay. It's a little short. I mean, it's just like kind of like little nubby stuff. And then you get the biggest freaking pair of scissors, dude. Those things are amazing. Amazing scissors. About 38 bucks last I checked. This is the K2 Elite, I believe. There it is, guys. There's so much more, but I just wanted to share it with you. I hope it was fun. Hope it was entertaining. Encourage you guys, check it out. If you're interested in any of this stuff, the links are below. Invite you to join on Patreon. And yeah, just appreciate you guys watching today. And until next time, always remember to stay equipped, stay prepared. I'll see you out there.